Hi, Toby. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Zane.
So welcome to another episode of the virtual podcast. And we still have a different theme, which is mainland versus island stories. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. Toby, do you want to start to go ahead and read the story we have now?
All right. So today we have two stories, right? I'm going to start with Habib. I'm going to start with Habib's story. Yeah. So Habib, there's no title anywhere on your story, which is amazing, by the way. But I'm just going to go. My mainland and island experience. Oh God. Okay. I'm already tired from reading. It's all right. My mainland and island experience are hilarious because of the opposite realities I was born and hey God. Let's start reading all over again because this is trying me right now. My mainland and island experience are hilarious because of the opposite realities. I was born. There should be a full stop there. I was born and bred on the mainland. The life on mainland was part and parcel of me. So my first time on the island, I was so surprised. And I was like, did I move out of the country? I remember I was taken to Lekki Phase 1 by the way, Lekki, who says they moved out of the country? But Lekki Phase 1? That place is like that.
It means maybe the person probably... I don't know, but just has never experienced
Lekki before. Because if it's the same Lekki Phase 1, I know.
Really nice places. That's all I have to maybe nice places on mainland as well. Because I don't know why. Yeah. No. I mean even on the mainland, because there are really nice places on the mainland that would still give you a bit of the Lekki Phase 1 vibe.
So I wonder where this person is from. Because if it's the Lekki Phase 1, I know when it rains, that place is messed up. But anyways, I was taken to Lekki Phase 1 by my football coach for a football match. There was this team called Joshua United. They requested for players to represent them in final match. So I was one of the players that played for them. I think that was 2014. So, I was anxious of going to Lekki, being my first time there. I was marveled at the houses, the cars, and the accent of the children. I couldn't speak because I was naive. I didn't want to speak incorrect English because those guys' mouth is atomic bomb. They would throw me. Okay, so I couldn't speak. When the match started, all I was saying was just pass and pass. I was still naive. I couldn't play because I can't imagine myself in the midst of wealthy children. Their boots was classic and my own was just 4K gotten from Yaba.
But that's not being naive, though. That's being insecure.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So where was I?
4K gotten from Yaba.
My coach could see that. Yeah. So my coach could see that and he shouted, Kenny, if we lose this match, just know, say, na leg you go use Waka Rich House today. Hearing that word, and I know my coach will do it. That man is wicked. I organized myself, though we lost the match, but I played well, and I won the MVP of the match. The story didn't end there. On my way home, I saw where they were celebrating birthday party, as usual. Now, mainland boy, we want to branch to eat free food. But on getting to the gate, we were told soldiers full everywhere, or more, no free food. End of the story. Let me chill a little. What do you think?
I'm not even sure what to think, but I'm guessing maybe this person is from the really, really I don't say dead, but really, really, really dash of mainland, because I don't know, maybe ghetto area, because I don't know, and this is not in disrespect, but I just don't know what to use to classify, the fact that you think you can even walk to anybody's event and get food. I'm guessing like maybe the kind of events that they do on the road, that you can just walk in and then if you stay a bit, they offer you food. But then for you to think that someone is having an event and you want to go in, like, who does that? Who does that?
Man, actually, to be very honest, if you've been to some places on the mainland, you would realize that they have parties on the road. And I don't know, maybe because of the layout of the streets, they don't have like maybe garages where parties can happen. So they close down the roads to have parties. Mm-hmm. And so it's easy for anybody to just walk into the party, sit down and get a plate of food, which is not actually a bad thing. But on the island, you get bounced. You even said soldiers were there, you will get bounced.
Even on the mainland, I saw you people would make distance. Even on the mainland, aside those parties that they are having on the road, you cannot just walk into anybody's party or event and just think that, like, of course you get bounced because So I
think it depends on the party or where it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So Habib, this is 2024. It's 2024. But I guess your story is not necessarily like a recent thing. Mm-hmm. I think your story happened a while back and you're just sharing with us. So I want to imagine that you have a better understanding about things. Oh, you said 2014. That was a long time ago. That was 10 years ago. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to forgive you.
Even though upon still.
2014, that was a long time ago. 10 years. 10 years has made a lot of difference in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Even if I'm very kind. No, let me not talk about myself. Even if people want to be very kind right now, parties right now in 2024, you will get bounced. If you don't have an IV, you're not getting inside. So
I wouldn't even believe 10 years ago it was like that. Because I remember I threw a party when I was 17, and like, of course, not everybody was invited. So it's like you have to like let them know at the entrance, like, who are you here for? Like they're quite. So it's like way back, you don't just barge into, you don't crash people's events. So I don't know.
Habib, classism you're talking about here is basically you going where you are not welcome. Because I think for the football match, I don't see the classism there. I think it was perceived. If you watch the last episode, you would realize that we talked about perception of classism and how it might not necessarily be dealt to you, but you are perceiving it. So I think that's what's going on here in your story. In the football match that you took part in, it wasn't dealt to you. You perceived it, and that made you feel insecure. But the part that the latter part where you're talking about classism, it's basically you going to where you're not welcome. So if they throw you out, you probably deserved it. You were not supposed to be there, and this is not me being unfair. This is not me being unfair.
I guess the person did Mubomo branch. You do Mubomo branch.
To be very honest, in some parts of Nigeria, it's not a big deal. You could literally just walk into any party. You grew up in Ibadan, right? And we used to, for the area I grew up in, we used to have like parties like in front of houses, not on the road like they do in Lagos, by the way. Like in front of because a lot of all the houses in Ibadan where I grew up, we used to have like big compounds, big verandas. So there would be parties in the compound. So people could literally be walking by and they would join the parties just to have a good time. And then you wouldn't turn them away because you don't know them. You would give them food regardless, because we have this Yoruba saying that when you are rejoicing, people should rejoice with you. And when other people are rejoicing, you should rejoice with them. So, but this is 2024. I don't think we can do that today.
No, but I mean, this year that we did like remembrance for my dad, and the gates were open, and people were really coming to ask, they would like to have akara. So so I understand, but I'm trying to understand the setting. Okay, what's this? What's going on? I'm trying to understand the setting of that kind of event, like, well, I mean, first of all, for there to be like a lot of soldiers, it means like the setting is very, very. So why would you think that you would just be able to? But if it was something like in front of a compound that is open, that everybody have access to, like a road, and here it makes sense to say you want to crash. So, but yeah, I understand that there's hunger.
There's hunger in the land, though. You're lucky you were not locked up, Habib, because there's some parties that when you just intrude like that, they will lock you up. They might just think you have ulterior motives and just lock you up till the party's done or something. Anyways, having said that, Habib, please, if you have been following our episodes by now, you know that we're big on punctuations. Please use the right punctuations. I beg. It makes things easy for us to read, and it also makes your story more interesting. I feel that people should learn how to use commas, semicolons, and full stop. It goes a long way. Please, I beg you. For your writing, I will give you 3. For your story, I will give you 4. I think your story has like the potential also, but just like the other stories I've read, especially for this theme, you didn't really give us a lot of payoffs. So yeah, I would give you 3 for writing, 4 for story, basically. What do you think?
I would give 3, yeah. 3 for writing. For
Habib, that was nice, Habib. You're welcome.
So yeah.
Very much. But this, I think we probably have to do like an episode where we talk to people about like insecurities and just perception of our life generally, because this is strong. Habib, I don't know how old you are right now, but I hope you have a better understanding of how life is and how perception should be. I don't think you should see yourself as lesser than anybody just because you don't have what they have. We're all at different stages in our lives, and who knows, you might be in a better position to actually have more than you could ever imagine, and talk to people who don't have that they could do better for themselves too. So don't look down on yourself.
Yeah.
But
I want.
Sorry, I thought to say that the classism in this story is not well developed. Basically, this is insecurity complex. Thank you very much. Sorry, you were saying.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is that I think you should define classism for us. Me, I don't know what classism is. So define what classism is. So maybe it would help others like better understand how to go about their storytelling. That's a good one. That's very thoughtful of you. So I think, let me not think, right? So it won't be like, Toby just made up something on the spot. Let us Google what classism is. Sort of, we're going by the books, right? Okay. So, all right. Classism, also known as class discrimination, right? It is a prejudice or discrimination on the basis of social class. It includes individual attitudes, behaviors, systems of policies, and practices that are set up to benefit the upper class at the expense of the lower class. In other words, if you experience classism, it is being dealt by the people allegedly above. Right. So when people who perceive themselves above you act a certain way towards you, especially in a demeaning way, that is classism. You can define that as classism, So yeah, in all the stories we've read,
if you've submitted any stories to us, this is the best time for you to weigh your story against this backdrop and determine if you should do better, when it comes to the theme. So yeah, that's what classism means.
Do you think classism happens English is hard. Do you think classism happens at the workplace?
Oh yeah, it does. It does happen at the workplace. It does happen at the workplace. People experience discrimination based on their roles at work, and also maybe sometimes how much they get paid, their remuneration bar or some. Some people know that, I'm earning this amount of money, and because this person is not earning as much, I can treat them a certain way, or because their role says this is what they're supposed to do, I can treat them a certain way. For instance, janitors at work or cleaners at work might get treated unfairly because they are below the line, so to say. So, yeah, I'm so glad you're a production person. So in film production, right, in the industry, this happens every time. People above the line look down on people below the line like they don't matter in life. Sometimes they even treat them unfairly. A lot of times they treat them unfairly. So yeah, there's nothing in the workplace.
But I would say, it's usually the toxic sets. I don't know if I'm going to call it that, but I just think it's just people that are toxic, that you would just, if you work on like professional sets and like professional people, they don't do that. Like they respect everybody, because at the end of the day, right, you need these people for your production.
Very true.
So if you think that you can't do it, you can do it without them. Oh yeah, try and be easy.
I understand that.
Good. Every role is important, because, for instance, the janitor that you mentioned, if they're not there to clean the toilet, how do you have like a clean space for you to, or clean the entire space where you'll be? How do you have like a clean environment? So it's just, as you said, perception. Like it just doesn't make any sense if you think that somebody's below you just because what they are doing seems to be, something. It just. Human beings, they stress me out, I beg.
So I think, there is professionalism and there is perceived professionalism, right? We know that we're supposed to be professional about our jobs. We know that we should be professional about our jobs, and we should inculcate the idea of dignity in labor, right? But sadly, that is not the case a lot of times, And sometimes the discrimination is subtle. Sometimes it's not vividly toxic like you would expect it to be. Yeah. Sometimes it's just really subtle, and people are just weird like that. People are very stressful. I swear to God. Yeah, very, very painful, honestly. But anyways, Abib, please do better. You could do better with your stories. We'll look forward to your next entries, maybe for other themes, or maybe this same theme. You could write another one. True stories, by the way. Give us true stories. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the next story. Although this particular one, I do not see what it has to do with classism, to be honest. But let me just read it, and then I'll let you be the judge and let everybody else be the judge, because it doesn't flow for me. So the title is, so this person's name is Akinyemi Elizabeth, and she's 21. Her IG handle is at Eli_Za_Beth 82.
Interesting.
So the title is My Mainland Annoying Story with Classism in Nigeria. I used to shop at Yaba a lot. The options are great, and say what you want, but 3 jeans for 2.5 is a blessing no man can curse. First of all, there is nowhere you're going to, I don't know what year this is, but 3 jeans for 2,500 naira in Yaba, this same Yaba. Auntie, please, I need your soap, because One day, however, I landed in Yaba with 5K in my pockets, preparing to buy like 100 shirts again. Where?
Exactly.
How?
It's all right.
While trying to locate my usual plug store, Yaba boys started their usual nonsense of dragging and asking that you check the bills they just store. I tried quietly navigating through items when one caressed my shoulder and said something like, "Otocha, you be my spare cool." Normally, I'd ignore him and push through, but this day, I snapped and gave a reply he definitely wasn't expecting. When I think maybe she wanted to try something, but when began bickering, okay, and another trader must have heard because before I knew it, I was surrounded by men calling me Ashao and other unmentionables. It upset me till this day. I left subbing and in haste. I shop online now. So I don't see the connection.
I don't see the connection. Thank you for attempting to tell us a story, Elizabeth. I don't see the classism here.
Yeah,
sorry.
There is no.
Actually, no. Where do you live, Elizabeth? Where do you live? Do you live on the island or the mainland?
So I think maybe like some things are missing. So maybe she stays on the island and decided to go shop in Yaba.
But even if you stay on the island and you go shopping at Yaba, which is on the mainland, I still don't see the classism here.
Maybe she's trying to say poor broke people. I don't know. I don't. They harassed her. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It's the other way around. So, mainland people are showing their real self. Their hoodlum or Raz. I don't know. But like, I really don't get it. I'm trying to make sense of it, to be honest.
I don't know. Elizabeth, your title is My Mainland Unknowing Experience with Classism in Nigeria. That is a bold statement to make. Your mainland experience with classism. So where are you from? Are you from the mainland? Are you from the island? And we don't see the classism here. I mean, based on the definition we just gave, we don't see it. So, and your story is really short. This is really... 2 paragraphs and just 1 line. 2 short paragraphs, by the way, and just 1 line.
You can do better, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Elizabeth, I would love to read something else from you, something more fun, something more exciting. I think you can do better. Story-wise, I'm going to give you a 2. I'm so sorry. I'm going to give you a 2, story-wise.
This is the lowest that we've had, like 2, really.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a 2.
I feel like it's just like E for effort, that basically that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I think I'm giving you E for effort. Well, let me give you 3, right? I'll give you 3. For punctuation, for writing, I will give you 3. Yeah. I'll give you 3.
But then Elizabeth, let's just tell you sorry that you had to experience that. You know, we know how those Yaba people can be. So we're sorry that they called you unmentionable names. Pele, we wish you all the best next time. We hope you try shopping again. I don't know what to tell her to console her.
She's been shopping online now. Elizabeth, sorry. Like I said, I'd like to read something better from you.
Better, yeah.
So sorry about that. But have you ever been to Yaba before? You shopped at Yaba before?
Yes, I have. It's not that bad.
Have you experienced this thing that Elizabeth experienced?
There's a fly.
Because I don't understand. What was that? What was that?
Trying to fight for my life.
Wow. Anyway, I was saying, did you ever experience what?
Yes, Elizabeth, of course. My color. Don't worry, plenty things that these people say to you. But my own is just don't touch me. You can say whatever you want to say. When you touch me is where we have a problem. Don't touch me. Say what you want to say and just walk on by.
Actually, men, women, they just become very, I don't know. They become very touchy. I think they're more emboldened to touch men. Maybe there is a little bit of pullback rather when it comes to like touching women, because I know they touch women, so I'm not going to excuse that fact.
They do a lot. I think it's because there has been a lot of you talked. I think something happened one time. He touched the lady and she slapped him. So things like that happen. Like, don't touch me. You can say what you want to say. You can make all the snappy comments you want to make. Like, I've recently, we went to get some things. I went with my elder sister, and I could hear like those comments, and personally, once I'm going into spaces like that, I just like block my ear because I don't even want to. So because they make a lot of silly comments. My own shab say, no touch me. Say what you want to say. Just don't touch me. When you touch me, that's where we'll have a problem. Like, why are you touching me? So they can be very, 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 very rude sometimes. Saucy, and maybe when you now tell them don't touch me or waiting happen, they will now like come after you and start, so you don't even find self. Very stupid people.
Very ridiculous, actually. Like, you could literally go to the market and not come back with your arm. Almost pull you apart.
Yeah, but at least it's a lot better now because most of these markets are not as choked up as they used to be. Because like when I went to Lagos Island Market, like the last time I went there was like years ago, and then going there like I think it was in May. The space, like, you can walk, and you are not hitting somebody as you are walking. There is room for you to walk. I was really surprised, like really, like, when did all of this happen? Because it's good. Most times you are hitting somebody. There's like, go slow. It doesn't make sense.
Sorry. Yeah, you want to say something?
No, I was just going to my voice. I've sounded like a yeah. Now I was just going to wrap up on what I was saying, like that. They can just be very silly sometimes, but it's a lot better now. So yeah. Anyway,
Elizabeth, talking about the experience. Well, I think we know who the winner for this episode is, right?
Habib.
We're going to give it to you, Habib. Despite the fact that you scaled through, you barely made it, but you are the winner of this episode.
Yeah, because we had something.
Yeah. I would really encourage both of you to write more. Practice your writing skills better. Write more. You do better at writing, and I think storytelling has a skill to it, and if you put in the skill, if you put in the practice, you get better at it.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
So I think we've come to the
advice. Oh, yeah, no, I said I'm going to take the advice too and write more.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll drop an entry too. Sabi, you must pick my story.
Anyways, I think we've come to the end of today's episode.
Yes, we have.
Please feel free to follow us on Instagram. And at Creative Kloud Hub. Follow me at TobyDaniels_.
And follow me on THE.ZAEN design.
All right. And feel free to put your comments in the comment section on YouTube, on Instagram. Let us know what you think about the stories. Feel free to share your own stories also. You never can tell, you might win a prize. So send in your stories. Let's know what you think about the theme. And please, now that you know what classism is about, share stories that have actual classism in them, right? We would love to hear the stories. So until next time, be good.
Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Toby. Bye, Sabi. Bye, everyone.